Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope that you're doing well. I know that it's been a while since I have put a video up, but I wanted to actually shoot a video today. I'm in Barbados and I am in my hotel room and I'm in their bathroom. Beautiful, elegant bathroom here, covered in tile, other nice fixtures and things like that. And I thought that I might show you shaving in the Caribbean today. So, hope you enjoy. I'm going to show you actually what my travel kit consists of and how I like to travel with my toiletries. And you know, if you want to, feel free to like the video down below and also share in the comments maybe how you travel, and maybe even post some videos of what you take along with you when you travel. So, the first thing that I take with me is this bag here. This is a Parker brand leather shave bag, and that is full grain leather right there, made by the Parker Razor Company, and it has first of all, it has a zipping compartment in the back. Sometimes I'll put a toothbrush in there or something. I do have floss. I always carry tweezers, because you never know when you will need some tweezers, whether it's for a hangnail or maybe infected hair or something. Nail clippers. These actually came from Luxury Barber Box. I think this was the second month's gift, and these are actually some of my favorite clippers. These are just brushed steel clippers. Very nice. They're big, so you can use them for your toenails, but they're not so big that you can't use them for your fingernails. And of course, in this little compartment here, I also carry my blades. This bag here, this does not come with me on my carry-on. This actually goes checked in my baggage because it's where I keep these. What I'm bringing with me is some 7 o'clock yellows and also some crystals. These are Israeli personas. These are some of my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and shave with one of those today. So that's part of the bag here. The next part, by the way, this bag is top quality, really, really good stuff. Toothpaste, deodorant, pomade, and I actually I have another pomade here. This is actually Old Spice Ricochet, and it's fibrous molding wax, and it is really, really good stuff. I like that a lot. Some cologne, CO Bigelow Black, which I really like because it pairs really well with most of my aftershaves. Shampoo and conditioner, once again from Luxury Barber Box, Revivagen. I highly recommend it, especially if you have thinning hair like I do. It doesn't regrow your hair. It doesn't stop you from losing your hair, but the hair that you do have, it makes it look a little bit more full. I do carry Soap Commander Integrity aftershave balm, just in case we've got some hard water or something. But then contact case, I have some contact solution, and then a couple bottles of aftershave. Once again, these came from my Luxury Barber Box, and we have Fine American Blend, and then we have Fresh Vetiver from Fine as well, and I think I'm going to use that today as my aftershave. So that's my travel toiletries kit. My travel shaving kit is actually this right here, and I know that some of you have seen some pictures of it. This is a 2-tix travel set, and it is calfskin leather, full grain calfskin. Has a little leather, I don't know what you would call that, a flap or a dongle or something on the zipper. But you just unzip it like so, and then it opens up, and look at that, you can actually see the camera. I found this in an antique store for $2, so can't go wrong there. Tortoiseshell comb, has a brush, which I don't use the brush a whole lot, but it is handy if you've got to brush your garments out. This is not the original toothbrush. This is actually my chrome toothbrush made in Italy, which I flew in for travel purposes. But no, I got this actually on eBay, chrome toothbrush, and it just matches the chromium features of the equipment really nicely. Soap dish, and in my soap dish I have some artisan sandalwood and citrus handmade soap that I use in the shower. And actually I have my British Tech, very, very nice razor, one of my favorites actually. These are just incredible, absolutely positive grip on there. You won't drop this thing in the sink. I love shaving with it. I love traveling because I get to shave with it. And then in these two tubes I have an Arco shaving stick and a Badger brush. And this is the brush that came with it. And actually it works pretty well. So it's made in England, boar bristle brush. Now, I don't know if you saw or not, but I actually I keep my razor in here like this. Keep my razor in there like that, and it's not really supposed to go like that. It's supposed to go in there like this. But what I found was the head of the razor actually started rubbing against the zipper, and I didn't want it to get all scuffed up. So I don't do that anymore. So anyhow, I have this wonderful shaving mirror here. I think that that's actually maybe a cosmetic mirror, but it's next to the outlet for the electric razor. So I think that it's a shaving mirror, but I'm just going to use the mirror that's right in front of me here. I've already got my sink full of hot water. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my brush, dunk it in the sink full of hot water, and that water is extremely hot. This is the tube for the shaving stick, and it's an Arco shaving stick. My face has already been wetted, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit more water, just get the water on there. Probably what I'll do is probably take a 2-pass with some cleanup. If you're wondering how to use these, there's a real way to use it. You can cut it up and put it in a mug and lather it with a brush. But what I usually do is I take it, wet it, I just rub it all over my face, and you're going to think, oh, there's hardly anything on there. But once you hit this with a brush, it starts to lather really quickly. And the Arco is really, really good shaving soap, and it lathers very quickly without much effort, and it gets a really thick, rich, luxurious lather. So I've applied a thin layer to the entire thing. Shake some water out of the brush, then go to town. Shake some more water out of that brush. And starting to build a lather. Some people will probably complain that a travel brush is too small. They are really, really small, but if you're trying to conserve space in your luggage, that's actually a pretty good thing, I think. You can add a little bit of water once you start getting more of a lather. If you add too much water too quickly, you're just going to wipe it off your face. But then as it starts to build a lather, you can add more water, and that will actually increase the richness of the lather. Alright. And obviously, 3-piece razor. book that I've been reading on vacation is a book by Russell Adams called King C. Gillette, The Man and His Wonderful Shaving Device. And I highly, highly recommend that you get it and read it if you have not. I sent a couple copies to some friends. They've all really enjoyed it. You can pick it up for relatively cheap on Amazon, at least you used to be able to. I don't know if they have any more cheap copies. When I was buying them, they were literally just about $2 a piece. I think that they've gone up a little bit though, because I think that the demand has gotten a bit higher for them since people started getting into the history of wet shaving. And the book actually chronicles the development of the Gillette Corporation and how they started with King C. Gillette himself, all the way through to more modern times. It's absolutely fascinating. It's a great read. I highly recommend it. I have another chapter to go before I finish it myself. But I can tell you so far one of the best chapters in it has been the chapter with the Pro-Back Razor Company scandal, or the Auto Strop scandal. It took place in the 30s, and Russell Adams is a phenomenal author. He can make boardroom drama interesting and intriguing and fun to read. And if you enjoy wet shaving, like I do, you may enjoy reading about it, and you may enjoy learning more about the history of it. So I'm just going to do another pass against the grain. That first pass was with the grain. If you noticed, I shaved down on my face and then up on my neck. That's because my hair grows down on my face and it grows up on my neck. So sort of irritating at times, because you see a bunch of guys and they just go straight down and straight up. My facial hair does not quite grow like that, but that's okay. So I'm applying layer number 2 of shaving stick. You just got to keep it wet so that it comes off onto your face. You'll find that it won't go on as much without your whiskers, so after your first pass, you may have to be a little bit more vigorous with it. Like I said, you can cut it up and put it in a mug, but flying, I didn't really want to pack a mug in my bag, so I didn't. Alright, so there's that, and lathering with my brush the second time. You can obviously do other lathers. You can lather in your hand, you can lather in a bowl, you can lather in a glass. With wet shaving, the world is your oyster. There you go, nice rich lather. I love the Arco soap, second to none in my opinion. Which is a very humble opinion, because I'm certainly no master at wet shaving. For those of you who have wondered, I've been doing wet shaving for about 4 years. I actually got into it thanks to the art of shaving, as a lot of men have. You know, a lot of people knock the art of shaving. I would say that they are very much responsible for getting very many men involved in the art of shaving, specifically wet shaving. So I'm not going to knock them. That's where I bought my first DE safety razor, which was a Merkur 89. And I still use that razor to this day. I have no complaints about it. Well, my very first safety razor was my great-grandfather's Gillette Red Tip. Still in the case with the original blue blade dispenser. And I still have that and use it. But I did not use it first. The first razor that I used was the Merkur. But after I used that, I thought, wonder what that red tip is like. And I really like the red tip. It's one of my favorites. It's a nice heavy razor. Good knurling on the handle. Now I'm going to just do a little bit of cleanup. I always come sideways across my jawline to make sure that I get all those hairs there. Alright, and the finisher, hot towel, or in this case hot washcloth to the face. Much to Steve Palmer's dismay. One of my favorite things is my sideburns, and I intend to keep them, but I always like to make sure that they're nice and even, which they are, and I try to make sure that they're nice and shapely, so that not one isn't fat and the other one is narrow. Just something for you gentlemen to take into consideration if any of you have sideburns. Now I'm going to finish with my fresh vetiver. Oh, you know, one thing that I saw on one of the forums was somebody was asking how to correctly pronounce Merkur, the razor, and I would say, I don't know, but I was fluent in German at one time, and I can say that the correct German pronunciation of that is Merkur, and I think the typical American pronunciation is Merkur. So, however you want to say it, they make wonderful razors. I'm actually in the market to get one of their Bakelite slants. I think that they look pretty awesome, and I would like to give it a shot, and maybe I'll do a demo of it on YouTube for you guys. But thank you very much for watching. I am going to be here in Barbados for a few more days, but I will leave you with some shots of this lovely island that I am vacationing at right now called Barbados. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. This is my sitting area that opens out into a garden with a pool and a waterfall. That's our little cabana right there. The beautiful tropical island of Barbados. Colony Club Hotel.